So I'll also post this on my what's it called, on my Telegram homepage, that we can have everybody. I'm gonna be checking the live room to see how we've been committed and connected. Probably I'm gonna be getting on my my cap. I'm thinking of actually putting on my cap. I like wearing that once in a while. The color is actually very unique. Maybe crypto with caps. I think maybe we're gonna be having the right. So I think, I don't know if this fits on so well, but I think probably we're gonna be having something like this. We're gonna be having a talk that is just about crypto with caps. Maybe that's gonna be what the name we're gonna be calling it. A podcast, essentially. Crypto caps. I think that's what I'm gonna be calling them, of the crypto caps. I think I like that. I think I like that. I think I like that. We actually began a podcast, right? Those of you who were just joining, we began a podcast. When was this? We began this podcast. Let me check. It was somewhere like randomly a thought, right? That we're going to be beginning a podcast and it's going to be like about crypto, you know what I'm saying? And so the podcast was called Pod Crypto. But now I'm thinking it's better called, what's it called? Crypto Caps, right? It's a podcast, and I think it's better we have that name, right? So I think people on YouTube, you are hearing this. I'm going to be dropping the link maybe some other times, how you could be a part of Crypto Cap, or maybe you want to see where it's going to be. So that's why you're getting to see this cap on, right? So it's going to be like a ticker, or more like a symbol of what we do, right? That's this whole thing called Crypto Cap is one important part of the podcast that we're going to be saying. So without any further detail or further delay, I think we need to talk about why I think the market is going to be shorting, right? Shortly, not forever. I would begin with my analysis I got here. Don't forget I opened the short right there. Now, some moments ago, days ago, I had taken out a very deep look at the market, right? And which is that I've looked into the market from month into month, and I see that okay, from quarter to quarter, the market has made itself much more interesting. Those of you who just come in, once again, my name is David. I'm known as El Guild. My name is El Guild. You can find me on X, on Telegram, and of course on YouTube, right? I am essentially an experienced crypto content creator with nearly half a decade of crypto content writing, all right, with over 3,000 edited articles, right, on iq.wiki, and I stream on major crypto platforms, right? I have a lot of content written, and those I have also streamed. So, and that is a pretty much introduction of what I do. I'm a Web3, evangelist, right? And I once and still, I think, contribute to DAOs like the Graph, Athena DAO, which I would hopefully resume my contribution fully. So that is a better way of saying that's what I do. So, okay, so we're gonna be, I want you to comment this. Go. So I want to, let's have it that way. Let's get on a red comment with that post. Okay, let's have people having it now. So pretty much my reason, are you listening to me, or thinking we're going to be having a short I'm going to be showing you over time. I've seen the market coming down like this. It was indecisive here. We took out this internal liquidity, right, and the market made a new low. When the market made this new low, it took out excess liquidity this time around, and I was thinking that was going to be the preparation for us to go upward. But guess what? The market got from here. Let me take this off. Let me make it bigger. Like from here, I thought we're going to be breaking upwards, and then we have a retracement to push upward. So I call this one the market structure shift, and I was waiting for us to have a retracement here. But guess what? This particular movement, like this was giving me a I don't know what to call this now, but of course it gave me this uncertainty in my mind, for which I was like, oh, you know what, this market is most likely not going to buy. And of course it happened. We got here, we broke downwards, and of course we took out this liquidity, which I wasn't expecting. So when that happened, I was like, you know what, we're quite bearish. So when we took this liquidity out, my thoughts or my take is that we might still keep being bearish, because I was looking at the possibility of the market coming into this liquidity zone, because we're having a POI here, which I am going to be showing you what I mean by POI. I don't know if I should rub this whole thing up so you can see what I'm making. Like, I think let me rub this whole thing off so I can explain. Right, look here. So because of this market uncertainty, which I am going to be making you all realize briefly, so you have this point, right? That's another point. I don't know if you all can very much see that. That's a very strong another point. And then you also have this as another point. The market took out eventually, and then so this is a daily time frame. Stay focused. You also have that. All right, and you have this low point, and so you have this point as the top that took out this low. So in all honesty, I know there are reasons to actually consider the possibility of a strong sell, because if this is a top and it draws the grand box to measure, you see the market has actually traded into the discount zone, and it might lead us downwards, way more downwards. And the truth is, I also believe that's a possibility. But again, why I'm very much bullish at this time, and of course I'm going to be writing this topic right down. Thanks everyone, it's actually interesting to have everyone join us. So I'm going to be renaming the so it's about coffee, cups and coins. So I think cups and coins. So I think I'm going to be opening that. That's better. So I think that's pretty much what it is about. So now this is what we have to really envision, right? And what I'm talking about is that we are, in the middle of a major crypto revolution, and by that I mean there's a change that is really within the horizon. It's important for us to take note of this, because if you are basically selling off your coin, you might be doing a very wrong move, right? In all honesty, and I'm using that word very carefully, because now as we begin to look at the markets and understand what cycle we are in, it begs for us to understand how we want to position. Now, as an individual, I honestly keep looking at the market and I'm trying to see what exactly it is doing. First off, this reason why I think we are pretty much bullish is simple. When we took off, let me take off these big circular balls. So when we took off right from here and we didn't go above this point, literally, I'm going to be using the line graph just for more clarity's sake. So look here, just keep your eyes glued. We literally didn't go above this point. Literally the line graph gave us a clue as though we went above, but we didn't. Now keep focusing. Now when we came that far, all right, I saw a trend, a systemic bearish trend, right, like this. And there shouldn't be any reason for the market to come higher than this point, because if you come over to a candle chart, you'll be seeing a lower high and a lower low and a lower high and a lower low and a lower high and another lower low. Now we literally went out of this trend line, because I'm going to be calling this a trend line. Let me write, I'm going to write that a downtrend. So essentially, guys, you can see that obviously it was a downtrend, isn't it? It's a downtrend. It's a downtrend, which I'm going to put in it at the center, right? let's make it like 14 pixels. So there you get it. So we broke out of this downtrend, and it wasn't just about breaking out of the downtrend. We, of course, because of the downtrend the market was in, we essentially took out the sell side liquidities here, and we had a market shift of structure. It's not just a market shift of structure because we broke out of the trend line alone, but also because we took out buy side liquidities here. Because if we begin to look at it from this perspective, that we are bearish from this point, with draws like this, the market should actually begin to sell from here. But since it didn't sell from here, it only struggled here. I don't know if you can see the point I'm saying. It struggled. This point is the discount zone. I mean the gray area of this particular ground box drawing. So when the market got there, right around the region of this breakout from the downtrend, the market, look at that, it struggled. I don't know if you get to see. So you see the candles, here, right? It gives you a clue that the market struggled, but of course afterward it began to sell, it began to buy. So this is like a breakout. Number one, sorry, I'm coming, I'm so sorry, apologies, I'm coming. Let's take a break. I'm gonna be right back, please. A break time, please. Apologies, I got a call. Right, I'm super sorry, I got a call, and so I had to quickly attend to that. So back to what I was saying. So oh my goodness, oh my god. Okay, I think, is the stream still up? Okay, it's still up. Just that I think people got I'm trying to also make a post of this stream currently on Telegram, so that you can have I don't know if I'm going to call it views. So let's oh my god. Okay, let's use a photo. Sorry, let me use a photo for. I just want to bring people, all right, others to also join the current stream, right? And then they could be a part of what we are doing, right? So okay, I think that's okay. All right. So this is where we are right now, and I was explaining the fact why I said I'm on a short. I'm gonna be showing the trade we actually opened. Those of you will get to see this. The reason why I'm on a short is simply because number one, we took our sesa liquidity. Number two, we have a major breakout of this downtrend. Number three, right? We also have a market structure shift, which basically is confirmed, okay, by the taking away or the taking of the buy side liquidity. These are buy side liquidity. What we mean by buy side liquidity is simply, I'm going to return that. It's simply, let me take this off. It's simply the previous point where the market should sell from, right? Like these points where we have the lower high, the previous lower high. Once the previous lower highs are taken, that simply insinuates that buy side liquidities have been taken. I'm sorry, I got another call again. I'm gonna be right back. Apologies. All right, I'm so sorry, we are back. So I was explaining something very, very important, and I really wish everyone could actually come to the point of understanding what I'm trying to say. Meanwhile, I'm also conscious about those who would want to join us on TikTok. I really wish I know how I can actually get them here, right? I don't know. I wish there's a way I could actually keep or do a stream and then bring those from TikTok here, which I'm going to be checking out how to do that. So that's going to be my interest. So I was explaining something about how buy side liquidities are formed, which is once the previous lower high, because this high is lower than this high, especially the lower high that leads to a new low. So this is the lower high, this one, right, that leads to this new low. Once it is taken, what is believed to have been taken is called the buy side liquidities, and that's very much sorry, let me come closer and see it very well. And so that's very much I would say indicative of a very, very bullish market. So bullish market takes out buy side liquidities, bearish market takes out sell side liquidities. And of course, it's going to be interesting for you to know that this will be the first buy side liquidities we've taken or we are taking on Bitcoin since the commencement of Q3. So if you go back historically and you check a daily candle, what I'm just essentially saying that it's been a while, right, since I think July is the beginning of Q3, April, May, June, right? That was Q2. Since June, we've had the market really tanking, and for us to have a major move in the market, right? Really, it's been something that has happened over a month, right? Almost 2 months ago. So we have Bitcoin rising about 21% or 22%, and that's giving us a clue that the bears are obviously getting into the market. Of course, there are fundamentals that are, quote unquote, contributing factors to why we see the market tanking, or maybe I would say biting the dust. One of such contributing factors of fundamental reasons includes the selling off of the Bitcoin holdings of the German government, right? I mean, I brought this over to us, those of you who have been, following my stream, my live, and I made you all see how that is a contributing factor. I think it was worth over $2.2 billion. I mean, as according to Archam's intelligence details. So, and that is very, very important to know. So we have actually exhausted the sales, and currently what we're having is that we're seeing more of buyers. So we have sales and liquidity taking, buyers and liquidity taking, market shift of structure, and what I think is going to be happening is for us to have something like this, which is the market trading a little bit into the premium, the purple colored side of this diagram I drew. Now this diagram is called a gram box. It's also one of the important metrics for making real-time analytical predictions. Once the market comes into the premium zone, we have reasons to buy, right? And of course the discount zone is the best point to buy. So there are reasons for us to think Bitcoin is possibly still going to be finding its location somewhere 61k and then 59k. I hope that really makes a lot of sense to those of you who are following this stream. I think it's very, very clear in my own opinion, and that's pretty much my whole honest opinion. So I think that's it. So that's it. So I think we should be expecting more levels of more levels of so I think what do we call this? I think we should be expecting more levels of sale, right, on Bitcoin, and that's my whole honest take, right? So I think we need to just keep at it, and it's all gonna make a lot of sense, right? Let me know what you all are thinking, right? Okay, nice. So I think we already see nice volumes. Let me just draw in the downtrend I drew previously. So guys, let's go see our trade, the one we actually opened. Those of you who actually were here when I made the trade open, you're gonna be seeing that. So I'm gonna probably be dropping down trend. I hope that's seen. Or let me make it a bit bigger, right? Cool. So this was a trade this was a platform we opened BTC short. Yeah, it's just a short-term short, so you must always stay in profits, and that's it. We actually opened this, I think maybe on a 1 hour candle, something like that. So we opened it right here, and there you can see this is a paper account. It's currently on $293 profit, and then we want to see how this is going to be finding its way down here. This is a PY of the block and 60,000, and in fact these 2 points are the real point we're going to be thinking of opening a long position from here or here between $60,900 and $60,200. So I think every trade that is on a short right now should be held for as long as possible, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. So, and I think it's gonna make a whole lot of sense if all of us are conscious and intentional of staying forever in profit. The game of trading is not just about you knowing how to analyze; it's also more of how you get to stay profitable, right? Because that's the big deal. That's the big deal of trading. It's more about staying profitable, right? It's more about you staying profitable. Those of you who just followed, it really means a lot to me. I want to say thank you. Those of you who are just coming, this is the capstone, and it's one of the important marks, so to speak, of what do we call this right now? Let me tune the camera straight. Of what I'm gonna be saying. Yeah, one of the important metrics of of our podcast. It's gonna be going live soon. We've been working on that, I tell you. So I want to say thank you. I hope you, hey Algiot, thank you. Let's drop a box for those of you. Meanwhile, if you're on YouTube or anywhere you get to see this video, you will only be able to get a share of our airdrop on Binance Live. So I tell you, if you happen to be there on YouTube, you would see the sign up link under this video. Try to sign up. We are sharing BTC, hundreds of thousands of BTC worth couples of cents, so to speak, or maybe dollars. So try to be a part of it. We're gonna be sharing 50,000 BTC right now, and it's gonna be live for 20 viewers. I'm gonna be writing a tag saying you are beautiful, your smile. So we just about sending that, right? I mean, y'all can see. I don't know if anybody can see that on the camera. So it's not also a financial advice. So for me, saying that the market is going to be selling does not necessarily implies that I'm saying go right into the market right now and sell. You must know the implication of that particular statement, right? It's not something that suddenly comes. I tell you, I've come to learn some lessons, right? Personally, one of the lessons I've come to realize is that don't always be an eager to fight the trend. I remember when I was trying to short the market here, right? That's the truth. I'm telling you. But now I think I'm beginning to realize that the market must come to the point of exhaustion. There are many questions you must ask yourself. Has the market overbought, at least for a short term? If the market hasn't overbought for the short term, there is no reason to begin or ape into begin or sell or buy. There are important questions that I'm telling myself every now and then, no matter what happens, I must be eager to ask myself. That's the truth. So essentially, I think Wednesdays are one of such times where we get to have a full understanding of what the market is all about. I'm serious. So it's important, it's part of it, and it's all a necessary metric, right? So I think it's what it is. It's what it is. So we are actually having the sale right now. I think previously this is a demo account. I think we're going to be growing the account gradually, but little by little, and the trades we're going to be taking here is going to be taken on the live account. You want to join me on this journey on YouTube, you want to subscribe and turn on your notification bell, at least I would say every Wednesdays, or maybe every day if possible, depending on how many factors come to support this notion of ours. So I think yeah, so pretty much looking at what we get to see, right? And I think it's interesting that we're going to be having the account float back into a major profit. So the previous history, I've only taken 2 trades, maybe, or 1. The history is account history with the first trade we ever took, and that was a loss. That's one reality of trading. So we're going to be looking at what this is going to be giving us potentially. We're going to be taking this profit somewhere here. All right, it's better to take it right here where we have what do you call this, liquidity is resting. So taking it right like here is going to be like a fair point and a realistic one at that. So 62, and then waiting for a buy is going to be like the best, because most likely when the market comes to this zone, it's simple mathematics. It looks like a 2.3 risk to reward ratio. All right, so maybe I'm going to put stop loss right there. Yeah, if you look into the market that way, you get to see that the market first takes out liquidities and then it reverses. So that's the journey, right? So but we're taking it because of those 2 reasons I mentioned earlier on. So is there any headline for us today? I guess we're going to be having that headline and then we call it a close. Meanwhile, I'm actually encouraging everyone to try to follow. Hey, thank you everyone for saying all good in the live room. If you're on YouTube also, please try to drop some greetings. Meanwhile, those of you on YouTube and have been following, you will be aware I made a reference, or I made a video about Pixel Vars, right? That video was about how you can farm Pixel Vars, and I think it's very much important. Just imagine we begin to have Pixel Vars, launching what do you call this now? So just imagine you get to see, right, so just imagine we get to see Pixel Vars, all right, and I think it's interesting to have that. Okay, just imagine you get to see Pixel Vars beginning to deploy liquidities. By liquidities I mean money to fight to win, because I think something like that is actually going to be the old gimmick of Pixel Vars. I'm serious, because I think that's going to probably happen. You all know how XZ Infinity games are, and Sandbox, and what other GameFi platforms have you. And I think the way Telegram platform is becoming intuitive is very much interesting, I must tell you. And so that's one of those truths, okay, one of those truths. So yeah, so Pixel Vars, essentially why I'm going there is because they are going to be launching their airdrop tomorrow. That's going to be like 1 p.m. Nigeria time and 12 p.m. UTC. some of us have been on this, right? And we're going to be having the moment of truth tomorrow. It's going to be going live on certain other exchanges, right? Not yet on Binance. We hope it's going to get there. I think it's interesting to see that everyone's work is getting some levels of what do we call this? Some levels of what? Will I say reward or levels of engagement? So whichever way, that is what it is. Please, if you're on YouTube, drop comment and of course give a like. Of course, by doing that, you're making YouTube feel the need to, suggest our videos for those who are watching and those who want to watch. So yeah, so for people who are interested in all of these things like this, right? So, and that's what I've got to say. So I think that's needful, that's necessary, that's important. So there are no better ways to put all this thing together. There are no better ways to say all of this, right? There are no better ways. So I think it's interesting. We have to face this reality. Okay, so where were we? I think we haven't left this point. Don't forget, we're still on the shorts, right? The trade is like coming by, and I think it's making a lot of sense, and in my own opinion, a lot of sense. So I think we have to appreciate the fact that we are right here. We're right here. We're right here. I think the update I'm seeing from Arkham Intelligence right now on X is the German government, okay, sold 49,858 BTCs for 2.89 billion. It's an average price of $57,900. This was because of a risk. This was because of a risk of sudden loss of value of around 10% or more. The price of Bitcoin is now currently 65k. So that means if they had held more, they would have had a whole lot of profit. Now, this is what we're saying. The big thing is happening. We're looking at the market, and I think it's becoming more interesting. I think one thing I've come to realize is the more you get yourself into the markets, the more you get to understand how it operates, the more you know how to, I would say, yeah, get more into the market and allow the market to, would I say, permeate you? Maybe, but much more importantly, I would say how the market would relate, how you relate to the market, because on the long run, the way you relate to the market is largely dependent on how you see the market yourself, right? So thank you very much. We've had a couple of followings and it's interesting. Thanks. I also say thanks too. So it's great having you all around. You all are very great. And that's it. So I want us to have like 5k views today. Can we do that? Maybe. Maybe. So let's do comments to win. Okay, let's put a pool that's very large. Okay, nice analysis. Right, so let's have that. Let me see how much of engagement we can actually have on this post, and let's just have that for 200 folks. We could be very fast. We're gonna have a pool of 100k BTC to be given out for this engagement. So if you're on YouTube, I guess you're missing out. Maybe you want to be here. The link is under this video. Try to click on the link and get over here, right? It's important. And don't forget to follow us, right, on every of our platforms. So back to this trade, as we all can see how it's going. We are in this short, right? As you can see, the account is growing. Obviously, this is like 452 floating unrealized profit. One of the things I normally do is in real time is I move my stop loss to break even. When the market does, right, this brings my stop loss to a point where I know I can never experience loss. So my stop loss is on a plus 49 USD profit, which is potentially one of the great and good stuffs, right, that we must do, right? So let's have dudes see how much they can participate, right? Interesting. So thanks. So we're right here, and I've stated my obvious fact. So I'm saying before the end of today, I'm going to be seeing Bitcoin easily coming to 62k, right? The point is, on the long run, it's not so much about what session you're going to be trading. I think I'm actually telling myself that it's more of how much of the market have you understood, right? And that's my honest, review, right? There are so many strategies, and every now and then I for one, I'm always eager to go look out for what exact strategy will make me a better trader. And the honest truth is, I should focus more of how much discipline I want to onboard to make me a better trader, because I've learned so much strategy myself personally. And I think what really makes the difference is not a new strategy anymore. It's a new discipline level, a new determination, a new commitment right now. So I think this trade's like on 10% up, right? The trade I've taken right here. I'm on a journey to buy the Prop account from a $20, real life fund. So let's see how that works. Possibly gonna be taking this trade at 62. Yeah. So look at the chart and look at our analysis. So I think you all can understand. We're gonna be taking this trade right at 62,200 here. If it breaks like that, we're gonna retrace and come back here. This is the point I wanted to buy. Don't get carried away. We're gonna be having the market doing something like this. In my opinion, if we break like this, we're gonna have something like this. My opinion, anyways. And then, so let's see how the market plays, right? I'm just keeping my eyes closed on it, and of course, now is to move stop loss and edit all of those stops to at least break even. I entered this particular trade at $64,789. So I'm gonna move this to 64,500, and the take profit is gonna be like at 62,100, right? So let's see. That's gonna be like a 41% increase, very huge. And one thing I've already stopped doing is me looking at how much of money I made, how much of profit I've gotten, because it's me taking my eyes away from how much of money I made to how much of percentage I've accrued. Because when you look at that, you have more reasons to be more grateful. When you, I'm up 40% today, no bank is gonna give me that much. So that means that, oh, I've only made $10. I tell you, I've only made $50. I tell you, all of those things could be a lot of deception, especially for traders who want to live a flaunting life. I'm not saying it's, I don't know, I have my discipline as a Christian, but I'm saying that's actually principle. Very, very important. Very, very important. So these are part of the tales and talks on crypto. I think we're going to be wrapping this whole thing or this series up by looking at the headlines. Bybit applauds USDC's MICA approval, a catalyst for the European crypto market. Up next, CVC price prediction 2023 to 2032. How high can Civic coin go? Rising crypto stars, meme coins promising 55x returns. I tell you, on this particular table of meme coins, you all need to be very, very careful, because as much as you want to be on the next important, what do you call this? Next important 100x meme coin, you might be on the risk of making a lot of loss. I think one of these is I'm going to be making a call right on this podcast. I'm just going to call it a podcast where I'm going to bring guys who've lost money, because for one, your hosts have lost a whole lot of money, right? Trying to buy meme coins, especially on Solana, with the recent influx of what do you call it? Pump.fund, one of the crazy folly that has happened in crypto. I think I'm going to write an article one of these days. The pitfall of Solana. Pump.fund. It looks interesting. Actually, it has a very good importance, but I think it will have been more better if we have a lot of regulations and, of course, more disciplinary measures. In my own honest opinion, anyway. So I think that's pretty much it. So up next, Instones unveils Node as a service product for Depine development. Nigeria to change its policy on blockchain technology. I think I'm going to look into this, right? This Bitcoin whale investor made over $30 million with only 2 trades. I think I'm interested with that. Apology message from Bloomberg to Binance and CZ. Whichever, I'm going to look into that. Let's look at this dude first. Quickly, we're going to wrap this up. Look at this thing. We're really biting it off. Let's go look into our trade. We're going to be looking at our trades and coming back. And of course, I'm going to beg you, take profit, please. Look at that. We're like up 600. If I close this now today, we're literally back to the equity we had on this paper account. Don't forget, it's a paper account. It's not my money. Now, let's read the news what we got here. A Bitcoin smart money investor pocketed over $30 million with only 2 trades and recently deployed more capital for a third Bitcoin trade. What happened? Look on chain gives us a clue. A smart money bought 245 BTCs at an average price of $15.98 million again 3 hours ago. And this was what time? 4:27 a.m. July 17. This smart money is good at buying BTC at low price and selling high. Right? It bought with this amount of money, 15.98 million. It traded BTC 2 times in the past year and made more than $30 million. From August 9 to December 18, 2023, he bought 718 BTCs at 29,385 and sold at 41,953. I think this dude is very, very smart. He's someone that's very contented. And I think we all are not there. Myself, I'm looking at, strategies to be more contented. Because I mean, when you see profit, it takes profit. In the second trade, the investor bought 1,186 BTC between February 7 and June 20th at 48,800 and 22 each, selling at 66 to a profit of 21.8. The same investor purchased 245 BTCs worth approximately 15.98 a few hours ago million. And I think over time this guy has been buying low, selling high, and I think that same rhetoric works any day, anytime. Taking profit, buying low, selling high. It's what it is, right? So I think that's pretty much one of the lessons I've learned from that particular guy. Up next, let's look at this news on Nigeria. I know I might have some of our Nigeria audience here wanting to know what exactly is the new policies that its government is onboarding as regards crypto. In this post, Nigeria is kicking off its new blockchain policy, which focuses on improving land registration, healthcare, and education. The National Information Technology Development Agency NITDA has revamped the blockchain steering committee to include top experts and leaders. Nigeria plans to do what exactly? To set up research hubs across the country to drive advancement in blockchain, AI, and other cutting-edge technologies. Oh, that sounds interesting. So Nigeria is shaking things up with its blockchain policy. I mean, Chimeze Shuta, the founder of Blockchain Nigeria user group, took to Twitter with some big news. It said that the implementation work of the Nigerian blockchain technology policy effectively begins today. Shuta will serve as the chairman of the steering committee, and I think that's very much interesting. Of course, obvious he's been so loud on this obvious talk. I know Shuta himself. So that's all. I think it's towards a better development, I want to assume, and there you have it. So I hope you all have been really, really interested or finding this whole thing interesting. Thank you. I hope we have more followers. So let's do more giveaways. We take turns to do giveaways, and I think we're going to be wrapping things up in about 4-5 minutes time. I want to say big thank you to everyone who's been a part of this 1 hour stream on Binance. I think it's been about 45 minutes on YouTube. I am super grateful. So I will be asking a question in real time. I want you all to pretty much answer me. Okay, I'm gonna be asking a question. 64k has happened right now. Isn't that interesting? Let's keep looking at the game. The game is the game. All right, I'm thinking he's gonna take this out, but he could get here, stop, or whichever way. This point here is another real nice way to take profit. This is like midway. In fact, if we come midway, like I could actually take the profit, but I'm thinking we might just go straight down to take out this low first. So on a 4 hour time frame, where is the low? So this is the low I'm thinking we're going to be taking out first. So let's see how the market goes, and I hope we all have been able to enjoy this whole discussion. Wait a minute. All right, so I want to ask a question which I think is important in my opinion. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me look at sorry, I'm trying to look into the room. All right, because that's one of the reasons why we're here. Look into the room and see what exactly people are thinking. Subscribe if you're saying this, I'm talking to you. Please subscribe, right? Your subscribing means a whole lot to me, and I would really surely appreciate that. Cool. Now let's look into this. Now I'm gonna be asking you. Okay, let's do lucky crypto. I think let's do lucky crypto. Let's do lucky crypto with like 75k BTTC, and let's give random 15 followers. I wish I could actually make that followers. Let's leave it as 18. You all right? Thanks for streaming. I think that's a better tag. Thanks for streaming, Yola. Thank you. I think I like that, right? Thanks for streaming, and I want to appreciate those of streamers who've been joining, and of course I'm encouraged by what we are doing here, right? It is interesting. It's of course I do appreciate that, right? Oh goodness, thank you God. So maybe we're gonna do that some other ones later on. So I hope everyone gets to pick that, share, right? So yeah. Oh, interesting. Some dudes are very fast, anonymous. So I hope we all are following. Okay. All right. I think one of these we're gonna be eating an AMA where we're gonna be onboarding some people to come talk. Just keep us in prayer. We're really looking out for our community. We are 63 now, right? That's interesting. I'm actually thinking this is a very nice point to think of closing this market. You know what? That's the truth. Because I think we're gonna be coming like this year. I don't know how long it's gonna take to get here. The market could be so uncertain. At some point. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. So you see that? Sorry. With a very broken structure here, I'm expecting us to actually do a little retracement. Anything can actually happen. So let's just keep our eyes open. And yeah, I think that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. We are 11% up. It was even 10x I used. Interesting. No wonder. So we're gonna be taking this profit here, right? I told you we're gonna come back. I think those of you all can see this, right? I'm just gonna move the stop loss to a very nice and a better range. Right, I know we've broken structure, right? Taking stop sense of liquidity. We might come back right here. We might actually come back right here. We might come back right here for the market to sell. That's the truth. So I don't know if I should leave this because it could actually come down. Let me just bring this one here, right here. So we might come back right here for the market to sell, like into the spot, like 64,900. Yeah. But whichever way, moving the stop loss is very better. Profit zone is better, like 64,500. I'm going to be doing that on this live account also. So if we go back up here, we get a better entry. It is what it is. Don't be emotional about taking profit. Be intentional about it, right? That's a better way to address this whole thing. Stop loss is going to be like at 64.5. Oh, is it 500 on this real account? Look at it. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, I think we're gonna be netting. Maybe I should, yeah, I think that's okay if it goes. Once we go back up, we're gonna be having a clue. So that's pretty much it. We've net like half of the profits, and we're gonna be watching what's gonna be pretty much happening. So thank you so very much for everyone who is right here on this stream. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? I want to see how this is going to be playing out right like there. Maybe next time you're going to be getting the updates of the gist that happens to this particular trade. Do take care of yourself. Subscribe. I encourage you. Please subscribe. Encourage our work. And look over the next post. Peace.